It's now time to install your officers, and I'd like them to come up as I read their names and stay at the front until we're done. We now have the pleasure of installing your chapter officers. Please come forward as your name is called. The co-chapter presidents, Maria Way and Melissa Clark, if you'll come up. You both have been elected to preside as co-presidents over the destiny of the Massey chapter of Beta Alpha Psi. Your overall duties are to lead the chapter, to promote Beta Alpha Psi's objectives, observe the Constitution and bylaws, and also to preserve and follow the chapter bylaws. Use your skills and abilities to promote high scholastic and ethical standards among the members and to establish a reputation for excellence for the chapter. As co-presidents, you will both be responsible for planning and organizing the chapter activities. The chapter has expressed its trust and confidence in you and is thankful that you both have accepted the responsibilities of co-presidents. Your job is really to make sure that everybody else does theirs. As the Vice President, James Mackay, come forward. To you is entrusted the position of Vice President of the Massey chapter. Your duties are to assist the President in administering the affairs of the chapter and to act in the President's place in the event of the absence or incapacity. With two of them, that may not happen. The chapter has expressed its trust and confidence in you and is thankful to you for accepting the responsibilities of Vice President. Thank you very much. The recording secretary and reporter, there are actually two in this case, Evan Kuriniepa and Corin Schmidt. And actually, to be very honest, it might take two. This is an important job because the chapters compete on a variety of different dimensions, and reporting is very important. The duties assigned to you as recording secretary and chapter reporter are of great importance because they include keeping the official record of the actions of the Massey chapter. You should strive to maintain a complete and accurate record so that the chapter will have an authoritative account of all the activities of this chapter for future reference and guidance. Especially important is the maintaining of up-to-date records of all present and alumni members of the chapter. You're also responsible for reporting the activities of the chapter to the Beta Alpha Psi executive offices. The chapter has expressed its trust and confidence in you and is thankful to you both for accepting the responsibilities of recording secretary and reporter. Treasurer, Imran bin Ismail. You have the distinct honor of being elected to the position of treasurer. Your responsibilities cover the financial affairs of the chapter. This includes preparing the operating budget, financial position forecast, monitoring cash flows, promptly recording all transactions, and safeguarding the chapter's resources. Your responsibilities also include preparing the chapter's end-of-year report containing the audited financial statements and tax return for the chapter for the year. The chapter has expressed its trust and confidence in you and is thankful to you for accepting the responsibility of treasurer to preside over the remainder of the period. I would like to thank all of these people, and they will be calling on you to do all the work. I have, I knew there was something else they had to do. The paper disappeared. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me the pledge of office. More promises. I have been duly elected as an officer of the Massey chapter and do solemnly promise to perform all the duties of my office to the best of my ability and to further the principles and ideals of Beta Alpha Psi. You lower your hand. I have a gavel that embeds all the authority that you will have. And as Dean Rose pointed out when he came in, he's the dean, but he has no authority or power. Not quite true, but this gavel is symbolic. There's only one gavel, unfortunately. But Maria Way and Melissa Clark, I present this gavel to both of you as a symbol of your authority that has been invested in you as the first co-presidents of the Massey chapter, Beta Alpha Psi. It's now your responsibility to provide over the remainder of this meeting. You see fit.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the executive team, I'd like to thank you all for coming this evening and for your support over the past year. We'd especially like to thank the Massey staff for the time they've put into helping us organise events, particularly Glynis, Natalie and Shona. We'd also like to thank Ashik, Valeria, Tim and Michelle for their hard work in founding this chapter. Without your efforts, we'd not be recognising this achievement today. Thank you also to ACCA for your continued support and the sponsorship of this event. Although we're only a young chapter, we've learnt so much already. Through our activities, we've gained confidence and have built lasting relationships. In 2010, we initiated support for the Motutapu Restoration Trust, which aims to preserve wildlife on one of Auckland's islands. On our last trip, we saw the improvements from our previous visit, which was hugely satisfying, and we're looking forward to continuing work on the island this year. We were also lucky enough to have John Banks, the last Mayor of Auckland City, speak at a lunch event to celebrate the launch and introduction of the Beta Alpha Psi Massey chapter to the Auckland business community. Later in the year, we held a mock interview workshop, which was a huge success for our members. It allowed them the opportunity to practice interviews with senior recruiters from KPMG, Deloitte, ASB Bank and Ernst & Young. Students received practical feedback on their interview skills and developed networks to help kickstart their careers. The success of this event has ensured its inclusion in this year's plan of activities. We're looking forward to the year ahead and hope to achieve the same level of success as in the past year. Lastly, we'd like to thank our new members and congratulate them and hope you gain as much from your membership as we have. This concludes the ceremony for today, and we'd now like to invite you to join us for refreshments. Thank you again for your support.